during this talk? I think all my generation knows these movies. If you like them, please raise your hand. Yes, almost everybody about it. Well, these two movies have something in common. They were written by Roald Dahl, which in turn has something in common with these people. All famous faces. Tonya Harding, Johnny Depp, Leonardo DiCaprio. I think all of us know them. And they have a really big secret in common. They were victims of living adverse childhood experiences, domestic violence, or children abuse. And I want you to come back to Matilda. This movie has a lot of funny scenes, like the one of the chocolate cake or when Matilda is dancing in her room. But it has also a lot of shades of violence towards children. This movie corners us to feel the unfairness that Matilda is living as being mistreated in her school and neglected in her house. And I want you to remember Roald Dahl. He has a lot of similarities with Matilda because his father died when he was 4 years old, and he lived his puberty in an internship where he lived a set of abuses. So we all have seen the domestic violence and the children abuse in movies. We have heard a few things of celebrities, and so I guess we know it. But I think we don't realize about how common is it until we see it in the real life. And I saw it in a really hard way. Okay, once in April, I went to one of the prisons of the city to make a social service and giving knowledge about animal caring. We have a place where kids can come around and play with us and be with the pets. And in a moment, a pregnant woman came around with her son. He took him off the shoulders and put it down the floor, and she just got away. We asked her to stay because the children are supposed to be with their parents during the activity, but she refused to. And so I was surprised by the rude way that his mother treated him, and I got closer and closer to him until I saw that he has this sad face and a purple eye. He was around 7 or 9 years old, so I don't think another child did it to him, or that he did it himself playing football. This and a few more other experiences made me realize about how common it is and how society has delayed this topic for many years. In order to end it, 62.4% of girls and 62.7% of boys declared to have lived psychological or physical abuse. But I think that this number can scale way more if we actually understand what is this topic and what types of violence can represent the domestic violence and the children abuse. But for this, we have to know what is this. Says that are the psychological, emotional, or physical abuses that minors of 18-year-old are object of. But this is the expert's opinion. So I made my homework, and I made some interviews to around 40 people. I found out that there are 5 principal ranges of ages that has a common opinion. And the first one is 7 to 12-year-old children. They actually don't know a lot about this topic or hadn't heard of it, or it's not that important for them because they don't know the gravity of this problem. And we might say that it's okay because they are children, they're supposed to know it. And to some point, that's okay. But they are our population in danger. So we should impart more knowledge and education about this. Then we have 30 to 27-year-old people. Okay? This generation that I'm part of has more information about these things of the social media or knows more about this topic or has realized that they had to do this. And then we have 28 to 39-year-old people. This is a really mixed up generation because it's a bridge with the 13 to 27 and 40 to 60-year-old people. And it's a lot mixed up because I made interviews to teachers, to psychologists, so they know a lot about this topic. But the other part has more things in common with the 14 and 60-year-old generation that actually can't realize about the violences and don't realize that they can be doing or they were victims of domestic violence. So we have to measure this violence, so we can understand what makes them children abuse. And this is called a violence method. We have three types or three subjects of violences. The first one could be more psychological. It could be blackmail, lying, cheating. The second one are more like physicals, but not way harder at the third one. And the second one could be hits, can be touching you without your permission. And the third one are things really bad like sexual abuse or scaring someone to death or even murdering someone. But none of these violences should be in a relation parent-children. But most of the children have at least two of these ones. That's not something that should happen. Thanks to a simple rule, these violences can turn into traumas. What affects my body will affect my behaviors, and then it will affect my brain. Because some parts of the brain are affected thanks to the violences, some parts of the brain that are supposed to manage the anxiety or the danger control to detect danger, they can be on most of times. And this is something that is seen also in post-traumatic people that live post-traumatic disorder. But this simple rule can also affect your health in long-term terms. Thanks to a study, they found that thanks to the ACEs, that are these kind of problems that a lot of people can have during their childhood, you can have, the most ACEs you have, the worse your health could be in long-term terms. Someone that lives 4 or more ACEs has 3.5 more possibilities of having lung cancer and 2.5 more possibilities of cardiac disorders and 12.5 more probabilities of suicide. So now that we know how dangerous, common, and how can affect in the world, this is a map about the places that is provided, the children abuse. Now that we know this, we can do something about it, and we should do something. And I made a 3-step mind-changing solution. The first one can be recognize and understand the violence that we are living, that we are object of, and that we are making to others. The second one would be to break this violence chain, understand it, and get away of those people that make the violence to us, and that we give the violence to. And the third one would be start raising our hands up, understanding these violences, noticing about sad faces and purple eyes, but more important, speaking about them. Because someday, today this is changing a mind, and someday this could change a life. Thanks for your attention.